yeah, it's going to be a good race. I was like sprinting. I was like digging hard into the track.
Yeah.
And then my last step at the finish line, I pulled my hamstring.
Okay, I have Jason Wu here from Lynbrook. He's our first Lynbrook guest. I don't really know anything about you. You're the first person that came to me that wanted to be on the Handoff, and I salute you for that. Thank you for your initiative, Jason.
Yeah.
Are you a sophomore, a junior? I don't know.
I'm a rising senior, and I just saw like the Instagram story note because I follow you on Instagram when I get the updates on the photos that you post like after meets. I saw the Instagram's like the note you put like looking for the next interviewer. Sounds like something I would like to do.
Yeah, this is going to be episode 16, if you can believe it. So school's starting. When does school start for you?
I started school in like a week and a half.
You said you're a senior, so that means you went to school from 2022 to 2025? No, 2023 to 2026, correct?
Yeah. 2023 to 2026.
And you're a hurdler. I know that. Are you a sprinter?
I call myself a sprinter and a hurdler, except the way the order of events are in a meet, it makes it pretty hard to do sprints and hurdles in the same meet. So if I want to do sprint events, then I have to sacrifice a hurdle event that same day. Like for example, the 110 meter hurdle, there's very little rest between that and the 100 meter. So if I run the 100, I can't run the 110 that same day.
Kaya Jean would do both. I never asked her if like she had to do one or the other for a given meet. She's the only person I've interviewed that's the same as you.
So for Lynbrook, for all high school meets, like you're limited to 4 events. The way a regular meet would go for me is the 4x100, 110 meter hurdles, 300 meter hurdles, and then the 4x400. So if it's a meet against a school that we don't have to try very hard against to get points, because in the hurdles and all of the league meets, like I'm pretty confident I can get first. If we don't need those first place points, I can run an event that I probably will score less points in, like the 100 or the 200.
What do you prefer? Do you prefer sprinting or hurdling?
It changes every day because I honestly sometimes if I go like 4 meets back to back only hurdling, I get kind of tired of it. But then at the same time, I don't get that tired of winning. If I go to like 100 and I get 3rd place, I'll be satisfied with my performance. But then I also imagine like, oh yeah, I could have ran the 110 hurdles and probably ran better.
Did you run all 4 years?
I ran, freshman, sophomore, junior, and I'm gonna run senior year.
Okay, so what made you take it up?
I took it up because in 8th grade, I just joined it for fun with my friends. I wasn't a sprinter really, I was a jumper. I did high jump and triple jump, and then I got thrown into the 4x4 sometimes. Summer of my grade, like going into my freshman year, my brother was like, yeah, you really need to like follow Coach Bernie. Like his training is crazy and he makes you like a way better athlete. So it sounds like something I could do. Like I could dedicate a lot of time, improve, and hopefully pay off in the long run. And it did.
You know, Coach Bernie came from Milpitas, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, I really like Coach Bernie. Coach Bernie learned about my wife and I, the media that we create, and he specifically requested us to come to a couple of events, and I believe there was an admission fee, and he waived it. What I'm going to do is dive right into your PRs and records, and if any of this data is wrong, then just let me know. I see here that you've blasted through the 60 meter at a winter all-comers in 7:57 seconds. That's impressive. You've done the 100 meter in 11.28. 150 meter, I didn't know there was a 150 meter. That's new to me. Okay, you did a 150 meter in 17.59, 200 meter in 22.87, and now we're getting to the hurdles. 110 meter hurdles, that also, I know isn't there a 100 meter hurdle?
That's for girls, and for all guys hurdles, it's 110.
Okay, I did not know that. You're the first male hurdler. I just realized that.
Yeah.
110 meter hurdles, you did that in 15.01, and that is a 7th place record for Lynbrook for all time. 300 meter hurdle, you did that in 40.55 seconds. Again, 7th place record or all time for Lynbrook. 400 meter hurdle, you did that in 58.43. That's 4th for Lynbrook for all time, and to be honest, that's a respectable 400 meter sprint time.
Yeah, like a regular 400.
Yeah, and you're jumping over hurdles. That's incredible. Then you've done a 4x400 meter relay. The team did 3:30.21, 8th place record for Lynbrook for all time. What was your lap?
My lap was 53. I ran that in my sophomore year. I think we had like a team of 2 or 3 distance runners. Like we had, I don't think there were many sprinters that day. It was at CCS top 8, I think. Okay. And it was a fast track. Like I remember a lot of people were PRing. That's when I ran my sophomore 300 meter hurdle PR. That 4x4 race, like we didn't place like crazy good. We were in the first heat and the fastest heat was the second one, but I think we still ran like individually really good.
Then I have here the SMR. There's the 100, which is the SMR. It's a relay, and it's 100, 100, 200, and 400. Your team did that in 1:39.36. That's pretty quick. That's 2nd place for Lynbrook for all-time record. Which one did you run?
I'm pretty sure Athletic Net's wrong on both the SMRs. I didn't run the 139 one because I hurt my hamstring, so we had to bring in a sub. It was Rust Busters for my junior year, so it was the first meet, I think. So we had a sub run and we still went 139, so it's pretty good. And we got, I think, second at that meet.
But you didn't run that.
Yeah, I did not run, but it says I did. I can take the credit as like supporting my teammates.
So both of the SMRs are wrong. Did you run the other one?
I ran the second one, except the event's just not right. The 144, if it was an actual 400, 200, 200, 800, that would be like a ridiculous world record. I'm pretty sure the 144 is just the regular 100, 100, 200, 400 SMR.
Okay, it says it's the first place record of that for all of time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that event was just misentered.
That was at St. Francis Invitational?
Yeah, that was my freshman year. I don't think it was entered correctly.
Aiden Stephanopoulos, I interviewed him and he was like, that's all wrong.
Like all?
Yeah, we hashed it out. I think I know what you're going to say. Are there any races that you want to share?
The 110 meter hurdle race specifically. And also, I can talk about the 200 too. So to start with the 110 meter hurdle race, I hadn't run in I'd say a week before that. I ran at Los Gatos for a dual meet a week before, and I kind of hurt my hamstring in the 200. So I was playing it really safe. I didn't do any of the practice. So I was basically running the 110 meter hurdles that day completely fresh. It was super hot, and then we had to get to the meet, I think 4 hours early. Bernie doesn't like to be late. Bernie hates being late. So we had to get
4 hours?
It's 3 to 4, I'm pretty sure, 3 to 4 hours. So we were just sitting in the bleachers, sitting under a tent, at least there was shade. And then we had to warm up an hour before normal. But I could feel I felt completely fine. I didn't feel like anything was hurting or anything. I felt like I was getting warm. I remember I was sweating a lot. I was kind of nervous because it was the first round of the qualifiers. If you mess up, then you might not be able to go on. So I was really trying to focus on not falling or anything, not doing anything out of the ordinary. When the race started, I could feel like everything felt really weird. My block start was not the same. I don't know why I felt a lot slower out of the blocks, but after I got over the first hurdle, I was like, okay, my feet are really starting to move now. By the second, third hurdle, I didn't feel anyone next to me. It was also a league meet. There was no one really the same speed next to me because they're divided into other heats. As the top three, they're all put into lane 4 of heat 1, 2, 3. So there's no one around my speed next to me. So I feel like I was kind of out of there. There was no one near me. And then midway through, I was like, yeah, this is going to be a good race. At the end, the very last 4 steps, I was like, yeah, it's going to be a good race. I was sprinting. I was digging hard into the track. Yeah. And then my last step at the finish line, I pulled my hamstring. Oh. I could feel that I couldn't take my next step with that same hamstring, my right leg. If I ran another step, I feel like it would have just fallen off. So I was kind of stumbling to the end. I was like, I'm just going to sit down there and wait for it to stop spazzing because I could feel a thumping in my hamstring. It hurt.
Well, that sucks. Going from an awesome race to suddenly being injured. What did you come in? What place did you take?
First.
Oh, so you won it?
Yeah, I won because I pulled it at the finish line. It was the very last step. Yeah, and I also PR'd by 0.4 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was when you did the 15.01?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's a cool story. I love battle stories like that. And that leads right into, my next question is always, have you been managing any injuries? Obviously you did.
Yeah.
So how long did it take you to deal with that pulled hamstring?
After that, my season was basically over. I never got to go to Gaval or CCS. I was literally just watching my teammates run. I was at some point we realized we were the season's over now. You just got to focus on getting better. Throughout the summer, we've been training, except I haven't been going crazy intense. There's some workouts where I do try, except if I feel even the slightest bit of pain, I stop running. If I do that enough, it'll eventually build the strength back again so that next season I won't be hurt.
And this was just this last year?
Yeah.
It's going to be challenging for me to decorate this because I'm going to have to look for pictures I've taken of you, and I didn't know you, but that doesn't mean I don't have pictures of you. I just got to start digging and digging. Do you have any meets you could suggest, CCS top 8 maybe?
I ran at Rust Busters last year. I'm pretty sure I could find some photos that you took because I saved them when you post them on your drive. Or do you know what they call the Malcolm Slaney?
Oh yeah, we're friends.
He also takes photos, so I have some photos from him too.
Hannah Rutherford blew me away. She's the last interview I did, but her interview is going to come out on Tuesday. And she is the first athlete I have interviewed that does not run. She's a sprinter. She's a fierce sprinter. I mean, she's amazing. She's going places. Stanford picked her up, but she does she won't go for a run. She doesn't do any miles. How do you train?
So I definitely don't run miles. If I see anything more than 400 meters, I start getting gassed. I'm I just don't want to do it. Regularly for training, during summer, it's focusing on acceleration and strength and form. Or we do wickets, which is cadence running. So it's a mini hurdle. You step over it, and if you sprint over it, the spacing is made so that you get the sprint stride and you focus on your form. And we do those for 40 to 60 60 meters, and we do like 4 to 6 of them a day. We don't do those crazy often. We do them maybe like once or twice a week. That's just focusing on form and your strength, and then we go to the gym.
You're the same.
Yeah, we don't run numerous miles because I feel like that's just like a different type of training. I think it's for like longer distances, and there's no point in running really long if you're not using the same muscles that you're using in a sprint.
Congratulations, you're the second anaerobic athlete on this. Well, no, that's not true. Roman Johnson was also an anaerobic athlete. You're number 3. We never even talked about that. But yeah, Roman doesn't go on a run either, I don't think. You guys are all kind of the same. Let's talk about what you did this summer then. Went on a backpacking trip. Where'd you go?
I went to Santa Cruz with a whole new group of people that I've never met before. It was like an outdoors camp type of thing. It was all outdoors. There was no like internet or anything for us. So
good.
Yeah, it was like a nice internet detox. Great. And then like everywhere was just like there's no light pollution at all. So at night you could just like go out, look up. The scenery was really nice there.
You went to Lake Tahoe.
Yeah, I went to Lake Tahoe with my family. It was like a car trip. We just drove down. It was me, my brother, dad, mom, and grandma. And then we just went there to sightsee and hike. We couldn't go on like crazy long hikes because we had to go with like everyone, and they're not like crazy long hikers, but we ate some good food, saw some great sights. We stayed in like southern Lake Tahoe near a few beaches too, so we got to swim in those.
What kind of food? They have a lot of good Mexican food up there.
I think they had every food. They had Mexican. They had some really nice barbecue too. Like I wasn't expecting to go there to eat barbecue, but they had like nice barbecue.
Yeah, I think you're right. You can get pretty much anything you want. So you said that Coach Bernie has been making off-season training fun. Mm-hmm. How's he doing that?
So last year, my off-season training was with another coach. It was like, I feel like it wasn't as fun. Like there was a stuff like there was a training helping every athlete get better, but this season it's just Bernie and another coach, Ronald. They make practices, I think for me, more fun because they don't make them really long. And he also lets us do what we want as long as we prioritize his training schedule for the day. Also, after like a really like long practice or a hard workout, he has snacks in the mini fridge. So he lets us dig into that too.
I like Coach Bernie. He's a cool guy. You've been hitting the gym. Mm-hmm. You've been having a busy summer.
Like I haven't had a lot of free time at the gym. For sprints and hurdles, it's like the same type of workouts. Like there's no specific hurdle workouts in the gym. There's a lot of front squats, RDLs, hip thrusts, just anything that targets the legs, and also short core workouts. I think that's mostly it for track. During the dead week that we have, give our body like a break for our legs. I've been going to the gym, just hitting upper body, push pull, but that's it.
Well, that's great stuff. Lifting weights makes you live a lot longer. Let's talk about like when you do leg presses. Like you get on the leg press machine, right?
We don't do leg press because we go in the school gym. We just work with what's there. There's no leg press machine. So we focus on literally just front squat, hip thrust.
Let's talk about squats then. I'm kind of curious. I used to be a weight and I was more about, like maxing out and how much I could lift and stuff. I imagine as a sprinter, you don't want to max out. You want to get a weight you can manage, and then you want to do like an explosive squat. Is that what you try to do?
Yeah, so we do a lot of holds. So we do this thing called 2-2-1. We go down for 2 seconds, hold down for 2 seconds, and then try to explode up for every rep. So it's just a lot of like controlling the weight. For squats, that's basically it. For hip thrust, we do like 2-second holds at the top and then 3x10.
How much weight do you do the squat with?
I'll have to check my notes. For a 4x2, I went 170, 185.
Whoa! 170 and you do those explosive squats?
Yeah.
Wow.
Except like our squats, I don't know if you know, but like for sprinters specifically, we don't go down parallel. Like we go down to like a 90 degree. We just pop up from there. So it doesn't look like a full squat. Our knees do get down, but it's not like a full like ass to grass type.
All right. Well, you're a dude, so I can ask you this question. What do you weigh?
I weigh 130.
Whoa! And you're explosive squatting 170.
Yeah, I weigh super light.
That's super impressive, dude.
Thank you.
You could probably squat me then. You don't know your max, right?
No, I don't know my max. I think I missed out on the max day.
Well, then why would you max? I don't see a reason to do so.
Just to keep track of your progress, to see if you are getting stronger, which you definitely are, but like to see how much stronger you are getting.
130-pound person squatting 170 pounds just in any context is really impressive. I'm super impressed, Jason. And you've got colleges in your crosshairs. You want to talk about your application process and what schools are you after?
Sure. I'm talking to 2 D3s right now, Claremont McKenna and Carnegie Mellon. And they're pretty different. Like one of them's liberal arts, one of them's like really known for everything, kind of like their business CS. I'm trying to major in business. I'm pretty sure I want to stay in California. So Claremont McKenna is like my top choice right now. Even if Carnegie Mellon's like better known or across the nation, I like Claremont a lot more. Since they're both D3s, they're academically challenging. So I have to keep up my grades this first semester before I apply to college because they also look at your first semester grades. I've hit the athletic standard for both the colleges. Now it's just up to the academics and admissions to look at the grades.
Carnegie Mellon is on the East Coast, correct?
Yeah, except Claremont is in California.
Sure. But which state is Carnegie Mellon in? I forgot.
Pennsylvania, I think.
Who do you look up to?
When I was a freshman, there was a senior called Evan Taylor. He's the person I look up to the absolute most in track. He's just like his attitude's great, his humor, his leadership, like everything about him. Like he made my freshman year like absolutely great. Like he was leading all the practices. He's super fun, super nice. And he also showed me that like no matter where you start, as long as you progress and stay consistent, you can literally get anywhere, because he wasn't really fast as a freshman. Like I think I was probably faster than him as a freshman. But by his senior year, he broke 2 school records. He committed to Virginia Tech for sprinting and hurdling. He's probably the person I look up to the most.
You're the first person to just look up to a student instead of like, say, Jakob Ingebrigtsen. I can never remember his last name. Yeah. Aiden gave me crap for not knowing who he was.
Well, yeah, he's pretty popular. I think it's hard to not know who he is.
There's a young student, an 8th grader, and he's going to come into high school this year, and he is thinking about taking up sprinting sports. What advice does Jason Wu, the senior sprinter and hurdler, have for that student?
I think it honestly depends on the school. If your school has a great off-season program and a good coach, you follow them, stay consistent, and focus on the small things that you can focus on improving. And even if it's like sleeping or fixing your mindset, those all play a big factor. And if you don't have a good coach at your school, honestly, I would join like a track club, because there's a lot of track clubs near us. And if you train with consistently throughout the year, then by the high school season, you're definitely going to improve and run fast.
Do you have any questions for Althouse Media Group?
Where's the furthest you would travel to just to take photos? Would it be like another state?
I prefer to stay in the state if Milpitas has a really good showing, especially for cross country. If Milpitas has a really good showing and they go all the way to, state, we'll go to Fresno. We'll book a hotel, we'll stay in the hotel overnight, and we'll go support Milpitas. We kind of have a 50-mile radius. My wife still works. I'm retired, and she, can only take so much time off of her job to be able to make the wonderful movies that she makes of all you guys. So we are kind of limited by that. When she retires, we have 2 kids in college. When they're out of college, she's thinking about hanging it up. And when she retires, who knows? We may go as far as a car will take us. I don't think we'd ever fly anywhere.
And then how much longer do you think you're going to keep making these short movies and like recording and taking photos for high schoolers?
When you really like doing something, you don't even think about that. I think we'll keep going until we have a really big reason to not, like our health is given out or whatever. But we're in our mid-50s, so I don't think we need to think about anything like that for at least 10 years.
Nice.
I have Jason Wu here, a very well-spoken man, I have to say. He's an explosive sprinter. He has some pretty respectable times for his hurdles and his sprints. He has quite powerful legs. He can squat 170 pounds and he only weighs 130. And he's definitely an outgoing and very adventurous guy. And he's thinking about going to which school again?
Claremont McKenna.
If you get accepted, we'd like to know. And I'd like to have you on the show again sometime once you're in school.
Okay, for sure.
Would you be interested?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. Well, this was a great interview. Thank you so much.
Yep, for sure. Bye-bye.
See ya.